This is it. All things must come to an end, eventually. Hey everyone, Templar74 here with another episode of Poke Talk, and today's episode of Poke Talk is going to be my thoughts on the final episode for Ash and Pikachu, the final episode of Aim to be a Pokemon Master, episode 11. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I have quite a few thoughts on it, to be honest. I'm gonna probably just talk about the episode a little bit first, and then I'm going to talk about my thoughts about Aim to be a Pokemon Master, and then we'll talk a little bit about the new anime. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. We got quite a bit to cover, so let's get started. So we're going to start with the actual episode. The episode begins with Ash, Misty, and Brock, and they are all parting ways. Their short reunion journey, or their glory journey, whatever you want to call it, is finally over. They're parting ways. Everybody's going home. Misty's first. Brock hangs out with Ash for a little while longer. Then they come to a fork in the road. Brock says goodbye. They leave, leaving Ash to go on to Pallet Town by himself. Then we get a little bit of Ash and Pikachu. A little bit of bonding time at home. We see Ash revisit Oak's lab. He sees Tracy. And we also see Team Rocket again. Did not expect that. Team Rocket is not liking their new gig, and they give it up. They decide to go back to doing what they do. They all rejoin, and they're all going after Pikachu. So we can talk about that shortly. Ash and Pikachu, back to them. They are out exploring. They get caught in a storm. They go under the tree. Ash was asked earlier in the episode by Gary, "You are now champion. Are you a Pokemon Master?" And Ash is sitting there thinking just what it means to be a Pokemon Master. This is a question that literally everybody that's watched the Pokemon anime has had for the last 20 plus years. What the heck is a Pokemon Master? And Ash finally gives the answer of what he thinks a Pokemon Master is. And it's not being champion. Champion's just a title, but he still considers himself a challenger. Ash's definition of being a Pokemon Master is to befriend and know every Pokemon in the world. And it's after that, the storm clears. Him and Pikachu now have this renewed sense. They're going to go on another adventure together. This time to basically, they're now Pokemon Masters, or they're going to be, but they're going to go out on the goal of befriending every Pokemon in the world. So Ash and Pikachu take off without a word being spoken to anybody. Just Ash goes home, gets a new pair of shoes, takes off. And that's essentially the episode. Now, thoughts about the episode in a nutshell. I wish that Aim to be a Pokemon Master did more episodes like this. I get the premise of Aim to be a Pokemon Master was basically a nostalgia overload and to just let Ash be a 10-year-old again. But this episode was probably the best episode out of the 11. If they had done more episodes like this, I don't think it would have been as badly received, the Aim to be a Pokemon Master, as it was. That's just my hot take on it. But overall, this episode, I really have no complaints. And as a finishing episode, I normally I give an episode ranking between a 1 and a 10. In honor of Ash's 25 years, I honestly don't think that it's appropriate to give it a 1 out of 10 ranking, to be honest with you. I loved the episode. I was crying a little bit because nostalgia, my childhood, you followed a character for 25 years and now it's over and you really don't know how to digest it. And I really don't think it's fair to give it a ranking just because that nostalgia is going to kind of seep into my thoughts on an episode overall. I feel you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. That's what it's for. So I'm going to refrain from giving it a 1 out of 10 ranking. I'm just going to say it was a fantastic episode. And as far as concluding this arc, is best episode. And this is probably the best way that they could have ended Ash's journey without going whole fan fiction mode. considering what they started and considering what they're trying to project, this was probably the best way they could have ended it. There are different scenarios I could have seen to where they could have done to end it, and I'm not saying that none of those are valid. I'm just saying, without going all fanficky here, that given what we had, this was probably the best way they were going to possibly be able to end it, in my opinion. You guys can let me know if you think I'm absolutely wrong or if I'm off my rocker, but that's just my thoughts. So that was the episode. Now I want to talk about Aim to be a Pokemon Master, my thoughts overall. Really, like I said, it was not very well received. I've seen a lot of criticism and I've seen a lot of praise. It did do some things good. It did some things horribly. But the premise of it was to give Ash one final journey of Ash being 10 again and not glorify him. Like, not, oh my God, he's champion, so now everybody respects him and his life completely changes. I know that's what some people wanted. I know some people just wanted Ash to reunite with all the companions, throw a party, and pretty much be done with it. I think that was a little too quick, to be honest with you. So everybody had their own thoughts on how it could end. And in my opinion, I was not a fan of the series overall, but I can appreciate what it was trying to do. And it did kick up a lot of nostalgic feelings for me, so I can do that, or throw that in there as well. Like I said, series overall could have been executed better, but with what they were aiming to try to do, I think they did a fairly decent job at it. Again, they weren't trying to go too fanficky. They weren't trying to throw, oh my God, he's finally a champion in his face. And I can appreciate what they were doing here. They were trying to tell a good story, trying to cap off a 25-year story nonetheless. And they did pretty much about as well as you could expect with what they had to work with, to be honest with you. So yeah, there's that. And then the new introduction to the next Pokemon anime. We got the official title here. Pokemon Horizons. We got some new trailer here. It looks pretty good. I'm honest with you guys. I'm curious to see where it's going to go from here. Be interesting to see whether Liko and Roy are going to live up to the hype and the expectations that are set, because the bar is pretty high in the Pokemon anime fandom, to be honest with you. And although I have no doubt that they can write a good one without Ash, you're always going to have those people that are like, well, this isn't the Pokemon anime anymore, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I didn't really have a problem with it. Like the new title, Pokemon Horizons. And, yeah, we're going to kick off with a new start here very shortly. So, anyway, everybody, that was everything that we got today. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it brief. Trying to give the Reader's Digest version without boring you guys, but there was a lot to digest and to try to cram into one video. I want to try to do a longer discussion on this topic, hopefully before the new anime launches. If it doesn't happen right away, don't be surprised, because, you know, life happens. But I do want to talk more about this. It's more than what you can fit in a short YouTube video without making it 30 minutes long, an hour long, 2 hours long. I know some of you would probably want that, but, you know, today's not the day. Today's the day to just kind of let everything sink in and realize that the golden era is finally over. And I'll probably be crying a little bit after I post this video, realizing that my childhood is now over. The last thing from my childhood is pretty much over. But anyway, topic aside, man, I'm getting old. Anyway, all that aside, those are just my thoughts. And as always, I want to hear yours. So in the comment section down below, let me know what your guys' thoughts were. What did you think of the episode? Were you satisfied with the ending? What would you have changed? Just let me know in the comment section down below, because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. All right, everyone, as always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.